today. Today is a great day today because AMD did their showcase today on the RX 6700 XT. Yes, I said it. The RX 6700 XT will be making its debut on store shelves March 18th, 2021. That is 15 days from now. Now, I want y'all to keep in mind, I'm going to pull this up because I don't want y'all going crazy. Oh, we got some more graphic cards coming out. Yes, we do. But here's the catch. It will not be that much in stores like it was with the early launches of the RX 6000 series and the NVIDIA RTX 3000 series. So keep that in mind. So while we're still in this drought, just keep in mind we might be in this drought a little longer. So whatever available product that comes out, first come, first serve. That's all I can say. So go ahead and keep this in mind. I highlighted it. So let's get into it. The RX 6700 XT will be very limited at launch. So comes March 18th, there will not be that much units in retail stores upon launch on March 18th. So I don't want the consumer saying, "Oh, we got a whole lot of cars coming out, yay!" No, that's not the case. So keep that in mind. It's going to be limited stock, first come, first serve issue. So let's get right into this here. Now, AMD RX 6700 XT is hitting shelves on March 18, rivals the NVIDIA RTX 3070. Now that's interesting. They battling the 3070. Why would you want to battle a 8 gigabyte card? Yes, it's like I said, it's a rival. Oh, we gonna do this. That's interesting. Why you couldn't battle the RTX 3060 12 gigabyte AIB that was launched a week ago? Yes, on February 25th, NVIDIA released the RTX 3060 12 gigabyte. My thing is, why AMD RX 6700 XT is not battling that graphic card? 12 gigabyte of VRAM versus 12 gigabyte of VRAM. But NVIDIA had their mind set out, let's go ahead on there and compete with their 8 gigabyte graphic card. That's interesting. Y'all gonna go ahead and show when I put the numbers up and everything and etc. Y'all gonna be shocked about what I'm gonna reveal y'all. AMD announced the RX 6700 XT at its conference today, aiming to become the best graphic card for 1440p gaming at a high refresh rate. It will hit shelves on March 18th, as I said, with an MSRP of $479, with an actually undercut the $499 MSRP of the NVIDIA RTX 3070 series. Now, once again, you got 12 gigabyte of VRAM, 8 gigabyte of VRAM. That's a 4 gigabyte of VRAM difference. Why AMD RX 6700 XT is battling this card? Because to me, I think that this RX 6700 XT might be a mediocre. Because why a 12 gigabyte graphic card is battling an 8 gigabyte graphic card instead of going against their launcher, NVIDIA 3060 12 gigabyte that was launched a week ago on February 25th. Now, not only are the most of the best gaming monitors 1440p, but AMD identifies the resolution has the fastest adoption rate year on year. This could help the RX 6700 become one of the most popular GPU choice if you manage to cop one at retail launch. Reference cards will be available directly from AMD, in addition to AIB partners cards shipping from March 18th. Unlikely NVIDIA launched the RTX 3060 without Founders Edition cards at the end of last month, despite its ongoing stock issue, are still expected to affect the RX 6700 XT, as there reportedly would be just 100 reference units before the card reached its end of life. Notice they said it right here. Just 100 reference unit before the card reached its end of life, and the limited amount of custom cards initially too. Alrighty, the limited availability could see the RX 6700 XT creep up above the $479 MSRP, which inflated prices, much like we saw with the RTX 3060 factory, and the GPU stock could struggle until 2022. Now keep that in mind, that we're going to still be in this drought until 2022. My thing is, it might be longer before we see anything come back on shelves at full stock demand. We might be in this drought until 2024, as high as 2025 of January. We should be out of it, hopefully. But when it comes to the specs of the RX 6700 XT, it's packing 12 gigabytes of GDDR6 RAM with 40 compute units, compared to 60 compute units found on the $579 RX 1600, running at its maximum clock speed of 2,424 megahertz. The maximum power draw is 230, which is pretty close to the RTX 3070 220 watt draw. Now keep in mind, as they said that the board power is 230 watts, keep in mind that the recommended power supply will be 650 watts or higher. Anything under 650 watts will not power the card at all. So make sure that you have the right power supply unit. If you're not above 650, which is the recommended, or higher, that's the card potential power, power wattage. So make sure you are at the 650 watt or higher to power this beautiful RX 6700 XT. Gonna be hitting stores in March 18th. Now moving right along, we are going into the AMD RX 6700 XT. Stream processor is 2,560, 40 CUs, ROPs is at 64, game clock is 2,424 megahertz, boost clock is at 2,581 megahertz, throughput FP32 is 2,581 megahertz, teraflops is at 12.4 teraflops, memory clock is at 16 gigabytes per second GDDR6, memory bus width is at 192 bit, VRAM is at 12 gigabyte, Infinity cache is at 96, total board power is at 230 watts, manufacturing process TSMC is at 7 nanometers. Now this is interesting, we don't know the transistor count, so we know who's good at figuring this out is Gamer Nexus. Please let us know how many transistors is on the PCB, so we know what we are dealing with. Is this the real deal, or did they make some shortcuts on the transistor counts? Architect is RDNA2, GPU is Navi 22, and the release date is March 18, 2021 at retail price of $479, which might inflate up. So just keep that in mind. Now, I'm very interested to see how the RX 6700 XT compares to. Okay, I come. I'm gonna get into that because that's a big chocolate surprise. I want all my viewers to pay attention to these charts that I'm finna go to pull up now because I was interested as I was going over it, reading all the details and everything. I was like, oh my goodness, y'all really throwing it out there like that, huh? AMD. Yes, they are. And here we go. Now, as you know, we went over the compute units is 40 compute units. Game clock is at 2,424 megahertz and 96 megabytes infinity cache. 12 gigabyte of GDDR6, 230 watt board power, and it has the AMD Smart Access Memory. So if you own the new CPU and you got to be on the B550 or higher motherboard to access the full potential of the Smart Access Memory, which is going to give it that little oomph in the GPU to accelerate at its best potential. So keep that in mind. You need to have the B550 series or higher with the 5000 CPU to access the Smart Access Memory in the GPU. Now, upgrade your experience to the sweet spot for 1440p. Now, viewers and my subscribers, and I really want y'all to tell me, because this is a battle right here. The RX 6700 XT 12 gigabyte is battling the RTX 2080 Super 8 gigabyte and the GTX 1070 Ti 8 gigabyte. This is interesting at 1440p. At max settings, frames per second in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Borderlands 3, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, Cyberpunk 2077, and Dirt 5. Now, with these games here, I want all my creators that have test bench, I want y'all to benchmark these cards using the RTX 2080 and the GTX 1070 and tell me how this RX 6700 XT, let all the viewers know, including me, of how this RTX 1600 XT with 12 gigabyte of VRAM going against an 8 gigabyte VRAM card. I would like to know who's going to win this battle. Because right now, I'm thinking that NVIDIA is going to win that battle. Big time. Post y'all comments in below on this here. Now, here's the interesting part I got to let y'all know. I'm finna go ahead on to the next slide. Now, more choices of 1040p gaming at max settings. And it's battling the RTX 3060 Ti 8 gigabyte. Again, another 8 gigabyte card. And the RTX 3070 8 gigabyte. But we missing something here. Where's the 3060 12 gigabyte card, which this here card is supposed to be competing against. Now, I think the RTX 2080 Ti, the GTX 1070 Ti, the RTX 3060 12 gigabyte, the RTX 3060 Ti 8 gigabyte, and the RTX 37 8 gigabyte card is going to destroy this RX 6700 XT in frame per second range at 1440. Notice they saying at 1440. I think this is going to be destroyed, and these are games that I want all gamers to put the frame per second rate in 1440. If you got a test bench and you love bench testing these cards, I want you to test these cards with these games they got listed, because we know that AMD charts are bogus. You won't know until you do it yourself. So this is interesting. The games they got up here is Valhalla, Borderlands 3, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, Cyberpunk 2077, Dirt 5, Gears 5, Hitman 3, and Watchdog Legion. Test these games using These platforms, including the 3060 12 gigabyte, and let everybody know how the RX 6700 XT 12 gigabyte card part compare against those founders edition cards that I mentioned, or AIB reference edition cards. It don't matter. Throw them on the bench, test them, run them hard, run them stone, and let the battle begin. Yes, sir. Now, here it is. You got your VRAM usage and code. Just like I said, we know AMD charts are biased. So unless you run the test yourself, and then you know what you run, and you know how you benching these things, you know how you what you prefer, what you getting out in the game benchmarks and the frame per second rates, you know how the story goes. Now, Call of Duty Black Ops supposedly inched up to about like 11.5 gigabytes of VRAM. 35 is under 10 gigabytes of VRAM. Horizon Zero Dawn is a little bit over 10 gigabytes of VRAM, and Red Dead Redemption 2 is under 10 gigabytes of VRAM. So, but I want y'all to let us know. Let the viewers know. Let us know how the VRAM. Are you going to use all the VRAM, or are you going to use less of the VRAM? That's a good question. Now, and last but not least, yes sir, here are the AIBs reference cards from Azra, Asus, Gigabyte, MSI, Power Color, Sapphire, XFX, and Yeaston. I'm very skeptical about this company here, but it's coming along strong. So this, if you get this card now, if you do a build with this card here, it's nice. You got a little floral design on the card. It's in purple, white, and blue, which you can go ahead and do some cable mods of white, blue with a little purple into it, so that'd be good. But you know me, I'm all black daddy here, so the blacker Dark Vader better. Yes sir. So here's your reference editions, reference AIBs that's coming out on March 18th. Keep in mind they say it's supposed to have at least 100,000 units on hand coming March 18th, but that's just to go ahead and get y'all hyped up. So consumers keep a strong mind process that there's not going to be that many cars to pass out at launch date. So just letting you know. So this is the end of the story here. Yes, I am very curious on how this RX 6700 XT compares to the RTX 20 series, the GTX 1070 Ti, and the RTX 30 series, because right now AMD throwing a battle, and they throwing it strong. They say that RX 6700 XT could beat those cards. And I would like to hear in comments below what y'all think. Is the RTX going to be the winner here? Or is it just another straight mediocre video card release? Or is AMD the real deal? Y'all let me know in y'all comments below. I want to thank y'all for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. I got more great content coming your way. I love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed night. Peace.